the line for a little while. Let some people come in and start making friends. You know, everybody's gonna be making friends, including the host. The host is friending anybody who friends them back. And everybody in the comments is also friending everybody that's friending them, because we're getting our numbers up, but we talking too. But yeah, we living in a multi-dimensional reality. That's something important to talk about. You know what I mean? And it takes on a lot of different shapes and forms. You know, like meaning, okay, let's just do one. Let's just two different things. You know, let's just talk about two. Like, it's a reality where you're doing good, and it's a reality where you might be doing bad. And you know, I don't know, the doing bad part could not necessarily mean you're doing evil, but let's say it's a really reality where you rich, and it's another reality where you financially doing well. And these are two different realities where the people in these realities truly know you, and they both. Thank you, Miss Chew Foodie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But both groups of people know you, but both groups of people see you differently. Oh yeah, you like it? Yeah, I said I might as well. I said, why not? I said I might as well. I might as well play around with it, right? Yeah, thank you. You know what I mean? I be getting some ideas. I be getting some ideas from you too. I do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had a real supremely good day today too. But yeah, I don't want to lose track. The multi-dimensional reality thing is the truth, and it's real. You know what I mean? Like, yes, because some people, because just like, you know, you could be the good guy. You're the good guy in some realities, or some people's realities, and you're the bad guy in other people's realities. But that doesn't mean that either one of their thoughts is the truth. It's just how they perceive whatever it is that you did or you're doing in their reality, and they perceive you as that, being good or being bad, whatever, right? But on a bigger note, on a wider note, there are the world operates and has multiple dimensions. Like when it comes down to like people, you got Christian people, you got Muslim people, you got Buddhist people, you got atheist people, you got scientific people, you got philosophical people. You know, you have all these different groups, right? And groups of people that operate and function. They use whatever it is that they believe in or what they know, and they apply it to life. And they think, and a lot of people think that their way is the only way. That's the bad thing. That's really what we need to get away from. We need to really get away from being narrow minded, as is to think it's only one way to get to a destination. There's multiple ways to get to the same destination. We know that from just the way that the street grids is set up. You know, you could be going in a certain direction in your town or your city, and there's a lot of different ways. Thanks for the heart me. Thanks for the heart me. What they do? They must have hit. Thank. Oh, I don't know. I like that. You see what happened? That was decent. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, it's multiple ways uh to get to the same direction. But you know, that same thing really applies when you're talking about religion, philosophy, politics, things of that nature. You know, not to get too deep into that, but just saying that there are multiple realities, you know, going on simultaneously at the same time. And you know, it's funny. Here, I'm overseas and I'm living in a place, and actually, the country is actually in a state of conflict. You know, because it's like it's a conflict going on between them and another country, right? You know, and I don't know what I should say or shouldn't say, but you know, some people have gotten deleted. You know, the armies have met, and you know, people then got deleted, right? But speaking with people and really realizing the level of you know, the level that they on mentally, it's just a sad thing. You know, I just advise myself and anybody want to listen, form your own opinions. It don't matter where you at. Don't dive into stuff. Don't just dive into something just because you see it on the news or you seeing it on TikTok and you think that that's what's going on. Don't do it to yourself. You know, make sure you get good information and you ain't following no fake news. because it's multiple dimensions simultaneously going on, and that's a little bit above a lot of people's heads. It took me a long time to really get that grasp of that for for myself, because most people, and myself included, for a very long time, I really only believed in what I saw. I really only believed in what I could so called prove. Like I can prove or something. Like how you got people that prove it. You got to prove it with a book, or you got to prove it with doctor knows. Somebody with a doctorate, or as a doctor said it's true, and just because he got a degree, you believe what he say, and he just as brainwashed as you, because he didn't got his degree from a brainwash program, and now he just trying to indoctrinate you with that. But you know, on and on and on. But we on TikTok, and we talking and living and doing many different things. Everybody ain't on the same thing, but we keeping it moving. When you have a good day like I did today, I had a very good day. I actually acquired a couple things that I asked God to give me, and as usual, He always give me what. Oh yeah, I've slept. Yeah, I went to sleep. Yeah, I definitely went to sleep. Yeah, welcome in too. But my sleep times are off now. Like they just off. Like not for no particular bad reason or nothing like that. But I usually don't wind down anyway. I don't start winding down till about 2 o'clock anyway. So you know. But yesterday, I'm gonna be honest. I think I didn't go to sleep until 5:30. The light was ready. The light was ready to come outside by the time I go. Make sure y'all come. If you come in, make sure you friend up the pinned account. And also make sure you friend up the host. The host, we all doing friend for friend. We're getting our numbers up. I'm Neat. What's going on? Yeah, you said you still up? Yeah, I mean you should. I mean, it's gonna be. Oh, your phone woke you up. Thanks for the heartbeat. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this effects. I like this effects. Yeah, I like it. You know what I mean? But what was I talking about? Yeah, the sleep time. The sleep times is deep, and I know now you see like that jet lag thing. That jet lag thing is crazy. You know what I mean? Then you getting accustomed to the food. You know how you like the food so far? What you had to eat? I saw you posted. Thank you for the Care Bears. I forgot what they call. They call bears or something. Thanks for the Care Bears. What you get? Did you get you I saw you ate one meal. I saw you ate one meal, but I guess you ain't really had time to eat too much. Yeah, I know in the next day or two you'll be able to get some more stuff. Okay, pork, rice, and veggies. All right. Yeah, pork, rice, and veggies. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, listen. When I was in Cambodia, right? Yeah, when I was in Cambodia. The people. It was a restaurant that my room was in. The little thing. It was a restaurant there, right? And I would order food, and they would bring it to my room, right? But no, it's just one day I just think that what they made, it tasted good, it looked good and everything, but I know it wasn't chicken. That wasn't no chicken. I know that was like some, But see, the people had in their culture, they eat these rats. They eat these big. They're not like the rats in America in the sewer. They like these big rats. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I know that. No, it was. I know it was good. Cause it was good what I had. Cause I ate it one night. He made that for me 2 times. The first time I just ate it. I just ate it. I was hungry. Plus I said, man, you know how many times I probably ate a rat out the Chinese store? I just blocked it out my head and just ate it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I truly I'm telling you what it was. I just told you what it is. They know how to they know how to hook it up. I ain't mad at them because I'm not. You know why I'm not mad at them? For real. It's their culture to eat certain things. So yeah, you feel what I'm saying? It definitely was. It was. It was a rat. It just was. It was one of them big swamp rat joints. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, they eat them joints like you go to Louisiana. They eat those rats in Louisiana. And down south, you go down south, deep down south, and Louisiana is south central. I mean, they eat coons, possums, rats, cats, bananas, cans. I'm racist. Yeah, right. But no, but I really gave it some thought because Islamically, I have an Islamic base to my how I think and just whatever, right? But we're not supposed to eat. We were always told we're not supposed to eat animals that eat meat, especially, and we don't eat pork. But I'm saying everybody know that. But we're not supposed to eat animals that eat meat. So, but see what I'm saying? Them swamp rats don't eat meat. They don't. They like herbivores. They only eat like whatever vegetables and grass. They not hunting smaller shit and all that. Like they don't eat meat. But now you eat a rat out the sewer in New York, you out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because they eat anything. Yeah. Because they not like sewer rats. They like these big swamp rat type things. But it's a part of the culture. The people eat that. So morally, they don't feel no type of way about giving it to you. And I don't blame them because let's say we eat beef. We eat beef in the United States. But if you go to somewhere, you go to a country like India where the cow is sacred. The cow I don't know if you know that, but cows is like real sacred in India. That's why you'll see cows just walking around like, in India, just walking around. They don't get bothered by the people. But that's because the cows are sacred to them. So eating a cow to them is insane. You know what I'm saying? But that's their culture. But we eat cows. We sit up there and burgers, ribs, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying different cultures do eat different kind of stuff. But, yeah, you gotta watch out. You get some, the people give you some rat. Believe that. You know what I mean? Yeah, my hair is wet. I had to wash my hair. You know what I mean? And I really didn't even go on. What you say? You jog your memory, and that's definitely true about cow worship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They definitely yeah, right. That rap was good. Shoot, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I remember one time I was in the Chinese store. I'm living out West Philly, right? I'm in West Philly. And I'm in the Chinese store, right? And I wasn't even getting no food. I was getting like, I don't know what I was getting, but I was getting something out of there. And the dude brought the platter up to the window to ask the guy that was buying the food, did he want ketchup and stuff on it? But he showed it to him, like how like some restaurants will show it to you. So he opened it up, but the way that it was shaped like a look. The chicken was shaped like an infinity sign. You hear me? Like an infinity sign. Like it was like that, right? And I said, what the hell? I said, listen, that don't look like I ain't never seen no chicken. And it was fried. It was fried. It was golden fried too. I said, I ain't never seen no chicken with that shape, with that form. You know what I'm saying? I just never did. And I was like, yo, that dude don't know he ready to eat a whole freaking rat. Right. Yeah, listen, it was like an infinity. It was like an infinity sign, yo. Straight up. Yeah, it was like an infinity sign. I couldn't believe that, yo. I was like, and I just looked at him. I ain't even say nothing because I ain't really want to I ain't want to spaz him out and be like, yo, you ready to eat a rat, dog? But yeah, man, I listen. But it's their culture. It's literally their culture. So, but it's their culture. So I don't want none of that. But I'm gonna just say that I don't really blame them. But it's all good. Man, I just gotta watch out for certain stuff. I'm ready. I ate a little food today. I gotta. I'm ready to. In the next couple of days, maybe Monday, I'm gonna go vegan for about 10 days. Just eat all vegetables and stuff. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, as long as you sweat and get a fair amount of exercise. Yeah, for sure. That's why I don't. I went 8 years. Right. Yeah. Look, I went 8 years as a vegan. You know what I'm saying? But I've been through all the contest stuff. Like it ain't no contest no more. You know, because it's ins and outs to being a vegan. You know, like it's a lot that your body takes certain changes when you only eat, and a lot of the stuff that you're not getting nutrients. You know, the whole thing is your body needs nutrients. Yeah, right. So you know what I'm saying. You know, I went eight and went back to eating meat, and truthfully, because I always was hungry, I really wasn't as strong as I wanted to be. In February. Okay, so you kind of recent. That's like in the last year, five months. I mean, I don't like it. Listen, you're really supposed to eat for your health and your strength. I don't think eating meat every day is good, but if you keep it down to like once a week, even twice a week, that ain't bad. For real, I might eat more than that, but I'm just saying like I needed to get nutrients and I needed to get some of my strength back. Yeah. But now that you over here, it's a variety of stuff too. But you gotta find it because the same, you're gonna see the same stuff, right? And you're always hungry, right? When you're vegan, you're always hungry. And you know what I turned into? I turned into somebody that binge. I used to binge on some junk food though. Like even though I was vegan, I was eating cookies and cakes and stuff like that. Like so, all vegans not really healthy. I'm just to say it like that. Yeah, all vegans not really healthy. It's kind of hard to not hard, but I'm just saying like it depends on what you have access to, and even knowing what you should eat, and then you get tired of eating the same thing, right? Yeah, and you get tired of eating the same damn thing every day. So, and I went through all it. Yeah, I definitely yeah, well that's good that you don't eat a lot of sweets. Yeah, I'm not a candy person. I'm a cookie. I'm like a cookie and a cake person, and I like pretzels. Like that's one thing I miss right now. Like what I wouldn't do it for a bag of pretzels and a Hershey bar with almonds. They got Hershey bars. So I done had some Hershey. I done ate some Hershey bars over here, but no pretzels. Ain't no pretzels. I know you've been in the seven. You've been in the 7-Eleven, right? Right. All right. It's nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I would just say, don't eat it all the time. You know what I mean? Don't eat it all the time. You know what I mean? Because my old system. I just know it. I gauge a lot. No, not yet. Yeah, well, it's a million. It's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, listening to your body is key. Cause if you know what I mean, cause when you using the bathroom, you should be doing that at least twice a day. At least something for us. You'll hear some people say 3 times a day, but that's cause it's 2 times is good. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. You're gonna be all right. Just take a couple days. Take a couple days. You in a whole different. You in a whole. You didn't transitioned into a whole nother dimension. For real, this is another world. We in another world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'd probably be good for you to get some air. You know what I mean? But yeah, that ain't too far away. That ain't too far away. Cause see, I gotta get my stuff together. I'm trying to figure out. Cause really my what you call is up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow morning. So I think I have to. I'm gonna pay for it for like 2 more days. Yeah, 2 more days, and then Sunday I'm a just get on the bus and come. You know what I mean? To the next stop. You know what I'm saying? But Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Omni. Thanks. You know what though? This room I'm in now is the best. Is the best AC. The best AC that I've had. But you know what though? I don't run it too much because this room don't get hot. I swear by Allah, this room do not get that hot. But this air conditioner, man, it worked. It definitely worked. All them other ones was like kind of weak. You know what I mean? They was weak. This one, that's John blowing. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, because you will get sick. You know what I mean? I don't know. You just gotta play with it. I don't really like the air on all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I'm a old young buck, so I kind of Miss Lady T, welcome in, welcome in. I get, you know, if I had the air on too much, I start getting. I don't like feeling stiff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like feeling stiff. Nakfan Cat Proc, your name kind of hard to to pronounce. Yeah, thanks for coming in too. I'm gonna put you back on the pen. Hold up. Yeah, yeah. Y'all make sure y'all make friends. Y'all make sure y'all make friends with everybody. What you said? You caught yourself getting nasal draining with the air. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm gonna just give you the advice that I did. You know, I drink some lemon water every morning. That's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning. I go in the refrigerator because I always every few days I buy like 3 or 4 limes, and you ain't gonna find no lemons. It's only limes over here. So yeah, every morning I do the lemon water. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever else, I might eat a piece of fruit, piece of watermelon, because I always be having like a watermelon. And I won't drink no coffee until I go outside, but because I really don't eat until later in the day, because I'm only eating once. But in the morning, I do the lemon water, I do the coffee. Yeah, because that's gonna help you fight off because you just get in here, and you're gonna be like encountering germs, smells. It's a lot of like stuff that you're not gonna be used. Like I'm used to it now. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even sweating as much because I'm used to the climate. Because I've been in Southeast Asia for over 2 months, almost 3 months. So the lemon is a good thing. For the most part, I only really got 1 or 2 of them that wasn't that good. But other than that, they've been the watermelon's been real good out here, real good. Yeah. So yeah, because that's what I really be doing. Like it be like when I go on the fruit for a couple days and I stay away from like, you know, I'll be eating watermelon and pineapples. The pineapples you always find they got these little pineapples. They like little teeny jumps. I get like 2 or 3 of them. I get a watermelon. I might get 3 or 4 dragon fruit. The oranges, I ain't gonna lie, I don't. The oranges don't taste good on it. And little stuff, and the little bananas, they taste all right. The little bananas is all right, but they taste different. Fruit, the same fruit that's in the Americas has a slightly different taste here than they do in America. The oranges are not as they're not as good. I appreciate Florida oranges now and California oranges. I appreciate them. They have a stronger taste. But a lot of things don't taste the same. But Thailand is pretty reputable for not using certain pesticides. You know, because the one thing I ain't gonna lie, the cab driver in Cambodia, the cab driver that took me to the airport when I was leaving Cambodia. You said in America they be putting sugar in the oranges and crossbreeding the fruits. Yeah, they do it here too though, but they do it here too. That's why you'll see them limes and and they got oranges over here that's green. They got the little tangerine joints. They they like oranges, but they like green and orange. They not. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of the joints that I never seen in the United States. They like oranges, but they green and orange. But the cab driver, yeah. The cab driver that took me to the airport, he told me because durian is a very popular fruit here. It's a funny smelling fruit. It don't smell that bad to me, but a lot of people say they don't. It's a bad smelling. But durian, he told me, He said don't eat the durian fruit from Vietnam. Yeah, that's literally, he said don't eat the durian fruit from Vietnam because the durian fruit in Vietnam, they use pesticides. He said they use pesticides on the durian in Vietnam. Don't eat it. What you mean, like what you mean, coconut? They got mad coconut. You said cocoa fruit? I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna tell you what I see. You see a lot of pineapples in the street, a lot of watermelon, coconuts, dragon fruit, the durian. You see a lot of them durians, stacks. And durian is expensive too. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I haven't seen it. In these little red, I forgot those little spike, those little red balls. I forget the name of it. Those little fruit balls. You always see them. So you see a lot of the same thing. You see a lot of the same stuff. Yeah, it'll make your life easier. It definitely will make your life easier. But you and me both. But sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm glad I don't be talking to nobody for days. Like, I mean, I on here on TikTok or something, I'll be Kapkan Ka. That's Kapkan Ka. That's like what is that? I know what it is. I kind of know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Kapkan Ka. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, but no, I really it's definitely yeah, it's dope here. Yeah, it's definitely dope, you know. And I still got some time left. I got a lot of time left because really, even with the kind of visa I got, I can get an extra month if I want to. So, and I still got like another month left on the first one. So, I mean, you know, it's all right. It's all right here. Well, it's really 60. It's 60, but after when the 60 is coming up, you can reapply for a 30-day extension. But it's like $50. It's like you pay $50 and you get a 30-day extension. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna probably work that, and then after that, that's when I'll go to. Yeah, it ain't bad. And then I could depending on whatever's happening in Thailand or whatever, if I leave, you got to leave for. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it may be like a month. I'm not sure, but what I'm saying is, if I do go to Vietnam or Malaysia or the Philippines, which I'm definitely am. I would just go to one of those for like a month. That'll be the month, and then if I come back to Thailand, because I kind of like Thailand, but I'm not. You never know, like, cause all of these places are pretty good. It's probably ups and downs. It's ups and downs to all of them, but I know one thing: Phuket is too expensive, though. Phuket too expensive. I ain't gonna be staying in. I ain't gonna be staying in Phuket if I stay in Thailand. Yeah. No, not really, because no, I ain't even talking about that. I was just saying like well, yeah, that's the reason to not want to be here, especially if it really really pop off, and because I don't really believe in it like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, but I mean I don't believe in it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean you doing all this, it's a lot, man. But you gotta watch out, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be staying sharp, but I don't believe the hype in the United States, so I damn sure don't believe in the hype here. I'm straight like that because guess what? All of that, and there's only like 3 people. There's only 3 people, 2 people have been deleted. Like, come on, stop. It's an energy grab. You know what I mean? Everybody's watching, and then you gotta understand it's stuff that you see, right? Politics. It's stuff that you see that people in different countries don't see. Meaning like whatever, like tuning in from a IP address, an American IP address, whatever. Like, and you over there, it's definitely stuff that we can't see in America when we in America. And the same way it's stuff when you overseas in these countries and you'll say something about something that's going on in America and the people won't have no idea of what you're talking about because and you think it's real like on the internet and it's not because it the a lot of bullshit is just for certain parts of the world. They got certain part bullshit for like now what's going on here is that's the bullshit for the people that's here. The same way with is they got a bunch of bullshit going on in the United States that's only for us. It's only for United States people. They want us to be worried about Mexicans and white folks and niggas and all that, like all that kind of shit. You know, when you come out of the country, people ain't even thinking. People ain't worrying about that stuff. Right, right. But the currency is your energy. You're the most popular, not popular. The most precious thing that you have is your energy and your focus. And if you put it into things that don't benefit you, if you just feed somebody else's uh, goals, you feed somebody else's desires, you feed somebody else's plans and stuff like that, it's the mental. Because you know what I mean. That's even like if somebody insults you. Depending the way that you react to it depends that what determines how big whatever they talking about or whatever, how big it becomes and what it manifests into. That's why a lot of times this is what I've actually learned in the last 10 years of I don't react to stuff sometimes. Sometimes I just don't react. I'll be like, and then sometimes when people say little dumb shit and they look and I'll be like, yeah, I ain't giving you no traction. You ain't getting no traction out of me by responding to that. You know what I mean? Because people will try to trick you. So imagine on a grand scale, putting stuff out on the televised television and the internet and stuff like that. Can you imagine how many people is watching? I sat there and listen. I'm in the coffee shop and somebody is looking at. They looking at stuff on their phones, and it was an AI. It was like an AI video about the people. And, they fighting. So I'm not saying. I'm just looking. I'm like, why are you watching that? Like in my mind, like it's not real. How is something that just started people making AI about this conflict? You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. But that's how you know that the people is being programmed. They so programmed that they watching AI about it. Right. That's you see what I'm saying? So put that fear in them, make them, and you thinking, oh God, people got to move away from here and all that kind of stuff. And I just was looking, but Bobby Hemmett, I'm saying I spoke on this before. Bobby Hemmett, I was listening to a Bobby Hemmett lecture, right? It was an old lecture. What you say, like if I attach my energy to the issues with the planes, I wouldn't have come out. Yeah, right. You gotta, cause I have a, I have the same kind of setup. You know what I mean? I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But there's only one way to get somewhere. Now, either you're gonna have to fly, or you're gonna have to. But I don't even really want to be out in the middle of the ocean on one of them boats. You know what I'm saying? Like on some Titanic type. So you got to choose your poison. All right, I'm gonna get on the plane. You know what I mean? But you gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody. Hey, y'all, can y'all like the push that like button on the YouTube side. I appreciate if y'all push that like button. I would greatly appreciate that. But I appreciate y'all sitting in here and talking with me. It's okay for you to comment too. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's deep, but you You gotta train yourself, train your own mind. I'm talking about multi dimensions, multi realities, multi-dimensional realities. Okay, there are multiple perfect realities for me and you. You and me just have to find a way to think think and do and manifest our way into the right timeline. That's the only thing you got to do, because there is a completely perfect world for me. It's many of them, right? But and the same thing for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? But the same way, there is a totally effed up dimension for all of us. And guess what? You can the way you get there is through your thoughts and your actions. So mind control of yourself, controlling your own mind, controlling your own thoughts, will start turning bad things away from you. You know, everything is mind. Everything is in the mind. Everything. That's why if you can't control your mind and you can't control your thoughts, and you don't have no program inside your own mind to throw away bad thoughts and things of that nature, it's going to be hard for you to overcome the programming. It's going to be real hard, because you're still going to be in fear of everything. You're still going to be like, oh, this is real and this is real and that's real and all that, and none of it is real. It's only real. The only thing that's real is what you believe and think and talk into reality. You know what I'm saying? Everything's, well, the thought, but then the word. The Bible tells you. That's like a lot of the allegory of the Bible. The first thing was the word. This is why you got to watch what you say. We've been warned in these books about the power of the speech, and the Most High Creator, the original one, creating man, the original, me, you, in his image or her image or its image. So your word carries a lot of weight. Your word has a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got to watch what you say. Even when you're speaking about your health, your safety, your well-being, all of these things, you know what I mean? You got to make sure that you're speaking on your own self and other people. You got to speak wisely. You got to speak in like the best way, the strongest way. You can't be putting, because I didn't manifest it. Yeah, words manifest. Your thoughts, most time what you're thinking about, you start talking about. Even like a lot of times people say, oh, it's amazing, that you came overseas and you over there in Thailand and you've been in Cambodia and all that. But that's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about. And that's what I was talking about to myself, about what I was going to do. And I did it. So I am amazed at how things work out for me. I am at this point, but this is more of it strengthens my resolve now. And then, I have achieved what my thoughts been putting together for myself. And I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm experiencing success. My body is getting stronger and getting healthier. My mind is clear. It's a lot of things, and I can see things for what they truly are. And some stuff you just gotta let it go. You can't, even with people. If people don't get it, you gotta let them go. You just gotta let them not don't get it. It ain't for them to get it, but they still part of your reality, especially if they showing up. You gotta like utilize. Okay, not utilize, but what I'm saying is the mailman has a job. The mailman may not be super conscious, but you cool with the mailman or the mail lady, whatever. And they bring you your mail on time, and they're making sure they separating your stuff and all that, and putting it in the right place so it don't get wet when it rain or whatever the case may be. But the mailman don't got to be super conscious. The dude in the 7-Eleven that you buying stuff from when you getting your snacks don't got to be super conscious. All of these things, all these people, you manifested into your reality because they necessities. You need, but the way the mind works, it's millions of different things that are duplicated daily. It's a number on it too. That the scientists have say that the mind uh, replicates. We constantly replicating. We constantly replicating, but this replication is the constant manifestation that our minds have been doing since the day we've been born. But what I'm just saying is, okay, you replicating and creating these things that you see in your day, and that's just some, you know. Well, I can't. I'm not going to say yes or no about the 369 concept, but I know that the 369 number is a very very strong number. It's like really like a that's like a super duper number. It has a lot of different, 369 is really like I think has a connection with like mind, body, spirit, the Merkaba, because Merkaba is mind, body, spirit, Merkaba, you know what I'm saying? So, all of that stuff is hey, salam alaikum. Welcome in, welcome in. All of those things. Yeah, no. I know. I remember you told me that you changed your name. I know you changed your name, but these, yeah, that's a strong number. Yeah, that's a strong number. Thanks for the heart me. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like that. I like that when whatever the this what they call it, effects. Before you go live, you can choose different effects that you can use, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I mean, just it's just like one of the things that you gotta like know, because knowledge is the thing that you want to have, with the word, people just be saying anything, even with like stuff like people be thinking they being activists by speaking on certain things or showing people like, listen, this is how the internet got people.